First base, number 23, Cole Benson. Batting fifth, the DH, number 25, Ben Bunshu. Batting sixth, at catch.
Over to second for
side of the right leg there. Yeah, that one just bounce, right past the second baseman into right field.
Takes that one for a strike on the outside corner.
Jeske's not giving any signs, so he's leaving this up to Bunshu.
That one's hit hard, but I think it's going to be foul down the left field line.
Ah, it's just a long strike.
Unfortunately, that's true, and now he's behind 0-2 quickly. Of course, Ben been one of the Hawks' main hitters here now for several years, batting often in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, the catcher looks very comfortable. Jordan's waving Cole around.
Yep, Flynn is in and Benson is in, and the Hawks now with a 3-0 lead on a 2-run single by Jake Sandquist. Nice piece of hitting here as he just got a hold of that one, sent it right past the shortstop in the hole.
Number 24, third baseman, Noah Paulseth.
And now bring up Noah Paulseth, your favorite Hawk.
I don't know, that's debatable.
One of our time, and are happy to do so. And as you say, it's fun to watch, but it's also a very big deal to the team that they're both willing to check their egos at the door.
Yeah. Just shows kind of people they are, right?
Yeah.
Harder and work on a little bit more stuff knowing that you're up 3-0 first inning.
Got that big crooked number up there right away. 1-1 here. Off speed maybe just a bit outside. Ball 2, 2-1.
I think Lavin thought that was a strike.
I had to wait for a minute. I was expecting it to be a strike as well, but just missed. That one's fouled back to the fence, strike 2. So 2-2 to Lake City's, one of his Lake City's main power threats here. And the pitch. And that's hit down the first baseline foul, so quite the battle here. At 7 pitches so far in the at-bat.
Thank you.
And Lavin checks and fires. Another foul ball. So big battle here, and also working Will's pitch count up quite a bit.
I see Kyle Benson's here, so I might have to go get my beef jerky before he buys it out again.
Another foul ball as Matnich just refuses to go down to Will Avenue here.
Looks like we have some activity in the bullpen, too.
And that would be Jordan Jeske warming up as planned. Pitch here is down and in for a ball. 3-2. As that is now 10 pitches in this at-bat. As we said earlier, Will is on a pitch count or an innings count, so we will see how far he goes. That one is outside for a ball.
Yep, just a little outside.
So a great at-bat there from Matnich as he gets an 11-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Chris May, the number 6 hitter. 1 on, nobody out. Again, we're in the top of the second inning here. Hawks leading 3-0. And first pitch to May is fouled back for a strike.
Yeah, a lot of balls going over the backstop tonight.
There's going to be a lot of quarters being paid out tonight to the youngsters chasing those down. That one's off speed down and in for ball. 1-1 count. Serpents doing a nice job of getting Will's pitch count up here early. 34 pitches now through 1+ innings. This one's fouled out of play again. 1-2. Yeah,
one of the things I like about Will is he moves along at a pretty quick pace. you know, the defense is always on their toes because they know he's going to be throwing a pitch.
The only time it's slowed down anyway at all is if he's shaking his catcher off, but they don't do that too often. Nice play here by Flynn, but there's nowhere to go with the ball. Benson went over to try to get the ball and instead going back to first base, and in doing so left the bag uncovered. So the Serpents will have 2 on with nobody out.
Now by number 17, Ryan Wolf.
And Ryan Wolf, usually the Serpents' #1 starting pitcher, now playing in the field tonight and batting 7th, will come up. And a big early spot here for the Serpents.
A little low.
That's low for ball 1. Of course, the Hawks playing for 2 up the middle. Benson in at first, and Paulseth even with the bag over at third. There's a check swing strike. So that one goes out over our shed over there towards right field. And it's a 1-1 count.
Yep. Just brought 4 balls to the umpire, so that gives you an idea how many are being fouled out.
That pitch from Lavin's down low here. Sanquist able to keep it in front of him, and it's a 2-1 count. Might be an expensive night for me.
Yeah, I saw you had a big bucket of quarters. I'm guessing you've gone through about a third of it already.
Yeah. And the pitch here is swing and a miss. 2-2 count.
Yeah, way out in front of that one.
Hold the string on him there. So big spot here for Lavin. 2 on, nobody out. And the pitch here, again fouled off over on the right side, over by the concession stand. We'll do it at 2-2 again.
Good sound effect, huh?
Will's pitching well, but the Serpents are on it. 41 pitches so far for Will Lavin in 1+ innings. Wolf will call time here at the plate. Now he looks like he's ready. Lavin's pitch here is tapped just out front. Lavin comes over, bare hands it, fires to first, and makes the play. Really nice play there.
That was a nice fielding play. That Will is the only one that's going to get to that ball, and he was able to pick it up and throw a strike right over to first base and get the out. Runners to advance.
Runners to advance. That was just about 10 feet maybe up down the baseline there, and Lavin able to barehand it and get it there to first to retire him. As you say, runners at second and third now with 1 out, and Zorn, the designated hitter, will bat now.
Shows signs of a bunt there for a strike.
Interesting there, down 3 early with runners on second and third, that he would at least show the bunt.
He didn't make an attempt to even pull it back.
Oh, that's in there as well. Strike 2. Will's not afraid to go after him here now. 0-2.
2 of the same pitches, just fastballs just a little bit down in the zone, but right there, tough to hit. There it is.
He just went right past him. Strike 3. Big strikeout there, and there's 2 away now.
Yeah, that just looks like Will said, you know what, I'm going to give you my best stuff right now. I'm coming after you.
23, the catcher, Riley Forbes.
And if I'm going to get out of this inning without giving up any runs, I'm going to have to come after these guys. And Forbes now, the good-looking catcher, will bat. And he'll take strike 1. So the number 9 hitter in a hole here, 0-1. That one's up and away, ball 1. 1-1.
That's a good waste.
That's the one where you say he was changing his eyes, right? He was trying to get ready for an off speed or something low, maybe.
That's how you set him up. A roller to third with a fire over to first. Cole Benson makes the catch.
Paulseth to Benson, as Hank Sr. says, and the Hawks are out of the second inning. Serpents leave 2 on base, and after an inning and a half, Hawks now with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you guys can't see this on camera, but it's nice to see everyone from the dugout coming out, welcoming the players back to the dugout. Really does seem like these guys are are gelling a little bit, and I think that shows, Derek, in their performance. Right? They've been playing really well this year.
I agree. I joined this team 6 years ago to be on the board, and we often didn't have a lot of players here, and over time we've kind of built this team up a little bit, and it's really paid off the last couple of years. And I think some of these guys who lost a lot of games early on, I was just told that Will Lavin's done for the night with his 2 innings of work. As you said earlier, he's been on a throwing program, and he's kind of working his way back into the lineup or as a starting pitcher. So Jordan Jeske we expect to be on the mound here in the top of the 3rd inning. But while you were getting back to what we were saying earlier, that this group lost a lot of games together and kind of had to take their lumps together, and now 6-7 years later, guys are starting to turn it around.
It's really
baseball team.
It's really pretty neat to see the mix between the youth and the guys that have been around a while, and how they all feed off each other, and you can see some of the young guys just absorbing the baseball IQ from the guys that have been here a while. It's fun to see as a baseball community. So, with that said, 11 through 14 balls and had 34 strikes in that appearance. So that's a good ratio there.
That's a very good ratio. Another couple of scoreless innings. I believe they credited the Serpents with 1 hit there in the first 2 innings in Swill. Jake Biermeyer, the center fielder tonight, will lead off the 2nd. Squares the bunt and pulls it back. I believe that will be ball 1.
Yeah, he's looking back at the umpire. What was it, buddy?
Yeah, I didn't see much of a flinch or anything there. So 1-0 count to Jake. There he's swinging, and he's got a base hit in the hole.
Right, big. It was nice round. Yep, coming back to first.
So Duden with 28 pitches here so far through 1+ innings. So the Hawks have also gotten his pitch count up quite a bit. And Jordy Horsch will bat now. Horsch led off the bottom of the 1st with a walk. Was erased on a fielder's choice from Connor Stoffel.
Yep. Horsch taps the plate 2 times, looking for some luck here.
That one's just outside, I believe, for ball 1.
Catcher tried to frame that one, but when you move your glove 6-8 inches, no umpire is going to go for that.
Yeah, moved it a little too much.
It's a little twist is all you're going to get away with.
And here's the 1-0 count eventually. There it is, and that one is downstairs, I believe, for ball 2, 2-0.
So I think we got to get ready. It looks like Biermeyer is preparing to run to second base. He has a nice aggressive lead, and his secondary lead on that last pitch was pretty aggressive.
And one's taken by Jordy for a strike, so 2-1. Biermeyer always a threat to run. As you say, he's looking. I think he's probably looking and watching this delivery.
Yes.
Seeing how there he goes. Maybe a hit and
that
run.
Is perfect there. So hey, that's a heck of a play by Biermeyer to get there. Otherwise, we would not have a guy at second base. That would have been a fielder's choice.
Yep.
So we do have a runner in scoring position.
And just 1 out now, and that'll bring up Connor Stoffel, who hit in that fielder's choice his first time up, and then came around to score. Biermeyer took off Horsch with the hit and run. Hits it up the middle. Bob has 1 play only over to first. So 1 away with the Hawks have a runner in scoring position. And first pitch of Stoffel is in there for strike 1.
That thing had a little bit different movement on it.
And he comes back right away. This one's popped up to the infield. Third baseman coming in. He will make the play. So on 2 pitchers, Connor's out, pop up to third base.
Yeah, that was halfway in between home plate and third base.
Yeah, that's what they call a can of corn.
Can of corn, absolutely. Hey, we got Flynn up again, so let's see if he can continue to stay hot. And he has been loving hitting the opposite field this year.
Yeah. And if with the second baseman over to cover there, he's got a big hole right now in that spot. That was a nice off speed for a strike. I thought it might have been a bit high, Jade, but that broke a lot more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, Biermeier's being aggressive again. Very big lead.
And another one for a strike. 0-2 now, Dyke. He'll have to battle back here. Well, with 2 outs, Biermeier's going to want to try to score on anything hit there, so he's getting a big lead, as you say.
Yeah, he's playing baseball the right way.
This one's hit down the right field line, but foul over it by the visitors' bullpen. Count will stay 0-2.
Watching the young lady go get the ball, it amazes me how they can run in flip-flops.
I don't know how.
I would be flat on my face.
My feet hurt just looking at it. 0-2 here to Flynn. Biermeier at second. That one's just a little bit outside for a ball, 1-2. Very similar pitch, just maybe a couple more inches outside. One and two, 2 outs. Biermeier at second. And that one's hit out to center. Looks like he's got it measured out there in center, and they'll make the play to retire Flynn and the Hawks in the second inning.
Yeah, just a slight jog to his left and catch.
Hawks get 1 hit as Jake Biermeier leads off the inning with a base hit, but they strand him at second base. We'll go to the third inning here at Vets Park. Hawks 3 and the Serpents nothing. So we look out there and we see Jordan Jeske now appears out on the field, and he will be in relief of Will Lavin tonight. We'll see if Jeske can go the rest of the way here tonight, or if the Hawks will have a third pitcher come in later. Lavin did go through the Lake City lineup one-hole trip there with nine batters, just walking 1 and giving up 1 hit, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Also struck out 3, so nice outing again for Will as he again tries to ramp his way up from his break here this summer. Left-hander Jordan Jeske, the veteran, will take the mound here. He'll be ready to go pretty quick. Jeske's known to throw about 5 pitches in between innings, and then he wants to get ready to pitch.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. We got our skip of the night on the mound.
That's true.
So I wonder who's going to call any mound visits.
Well, I guess that would be down to Cole Benson then, as he is the other acting assistant manager.
All right.
Otherwise, they could have another vet like Nick Horsch come out there as well, maybe. But I would expect to see Cole coming out if they need to talk.
And the way Jeske's been pitching, I don't foresee that happening. But
yeah,
it's he's been a real solid guy this year for the Hawks.
First pitch from Jeske to Hawkins is low for a ball, so it'll be a 1-0 count. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And that one's called a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
That one was nasty.
Down at the knees and right on the black. And the next pitch off speed inside corner, they call strike 2, 1-2. So Ski's dealing early here.
And he's just saying, Sanquist, give me the signs. I want to throw.
Yeah, Jeske works fast, which I think the catchers have to love. That one's fouled off, so it'll be 1-2 here again to Hawkins. And that one's tapped back to Jeske. He's able to field it. Underhands it over to Benson for the first out of the inning. So a 1-3 put out, and there's one away, and that'll bring up Gwaltney, who struck out back in the first inning against Slavin.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Brett Gwaltney.
Another guy you want to keep off the base paths if you can, because Lake City does have a lot of speed at the top of their lineup.
Yeah, he looks like he can fly.
That one's low and inside for a ball, 1-0.
It's all right. That's how you keep him guessing, Derek.
That, and you get him to move his feet there a little bit too. Maybe he's not so comfortable. There's a cut and a miss for a strike, 1-1. And again, he's ready and fires. Another cut and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Jeske a little bit different than Duden. I can barely go down to my scorecard and make a mark, and he's up and throwing again. That one's way high for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, you can see everyone on the field. In the field is they're moving around, paying attention. They realize, hey, we can't take a second off.
That's true. That one's a little inside for a ball, so full count, 3-2. The other thing it says is that he and his catcher are on point with their pitch selection as well, as he's not shaking them off. Full count pitch. And foul tip. And they foul tip into the glove for strike 3. They tried to appeal down to first base. The first base umpire also said that Sanquist caught it on the fly for the strikeout.
Batting third baseman number 10, Matt Miller.
So we see the replay here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he had to argue about
I
there.
don't know. It looks like it went straight in the glove there for strike 3.
It was definitely low, but it did hit Sanquist's glove. He did a nice job of framing that up behind there.
First pitch here to Miller's inside corner, strike 1, 0-1. So Jeske with 2 quick outs here, and he's ready and firing again. Off speed in there again for a strike. 0-2. It's just like in a rhythm again tonight right away.
Yeah, that was almost 12-6 there. Boom.
And as we're looking at the replay of that beautiful off speed, he just puts one right down the middle, strike 3, and Miller just watched it go by. Impressive third inning for Jordan Jeske as he puts the Serpents down in order through 2.5. Hawks still leading 3-0. And 4, 5, 6 hitters will be up for Hastings. Cole Benson, Ben Bunchu, and Jake Sanquist will be up. And we'd like to thank Biermeyer Financial Management for sponsoring HCTV's sport broadcast tonight here for Vets Park. Biermeyer Financial Management, located on Vermilion Street here in Hastings. Go out there and talk to them if you have any need for financial planning. And thank them for being a sponsor for HCTV and allowing the Hawks to be brought to you tonight and 4 more times this year as well.
It's really great to see the local businesses getting behind the TV station and the Hastings Hawks.
It's big, it's the TV station, the team, and businesses all kind of working together to put these broadcasts out there for everybody to watch. And people who can't make it to the park tonight can watch it, or you can watch it back on YouTube or Facebook as well if you're unable to see it live. So I know the team's been really excited to work with HCTV and have these games broadcast. First pitch to Cole Benson here is popped up.
Third base is running. He looked like he maybe wasn't going to get to it, but he did. Halfway between the foul line and the dirt there.
So did he catch that, Jade? I think he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so one away.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell at first, but yeah, he had a nice running play from his back to the infield, and Benson's down on one pitch.
Yeah.
I'll bring up Bunshu. Ben with that bases loaded walk got the Hawks on the board. First pitch here is a strike. 0-1. Duden's retired 4 in a row here now for a rough start. That's fisted out to first, and a diving grab in foul territory for the out as Matnich is over there. And he makes the catch.
Yeah, Duden has settled down, found his rhythm, it looks like. So let's see how the Hawks adjust to that. We got Sandquist coming up.
Watch this little soft kind of fister down to first base, and a sliding grab right outside of the bag. And Sandquist will bat here. Big 2-run single his first time up. That gets away, ball 1.
Nice. Our bat boy has shed the jersey that was about 7 sizes too big, and
looks a little faster without it on too, I think.
yeah. Well, that was a big sail holding them back.
Yeah, that's right. There was a big parachute on his back.
Now Paulson's retrieving a ball.
One and 0 count here to Jake Sandquist. 2 outs, nobody on.
Oh.
That one goes behind him for a 1-1 count. So a 1-1 count.
It looked like that really surprised Jake.
Or I got it wrong. It's 2. It should be 2-0, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
That one's hit right back to him. Nice, easy, quick inning for Duden as the Hawks go 1-2-3 without putting anything out of the infield and on only, I believe, 6 pitches.
Yeah, so Duden says, hey, Jeske, you can do that, I can do that too. Let's just see. I like our bet here with Jeske.
Yep. Now, of course, the one thing is it took Duden an inning to get adjusted and gave up those 3 runs early. So we're already at the top of the 4th here. The Hawks with a 3-0 lead. Hastings 3 runs on 4 hits. Lake City no runs on 1 hit. If you're just joining us, Will Lavin with the first 2 innings. Gave up a walk and a hit. Jordan Jeske came in the 3rd inning. A little bouncer back to him he made a nice play on for the first out. And then 2 strikeouts. Jeske just was working in a complete rhythm. Him and Sandquist were barely allowing us to talk about the previous pitch as he's throwing the next one.
Yeah, we got tags out here warming up. Jeske while Sandquist gets his gear on.
Yep. Another kid that is out here, doesn't get a lot of playing time, but is out here with his teammates and a guy the guys appreciate. His throwback to Jeske was a little short that time, and big grin from Jeske at him and giving him some grief.
And he's walking off, chuckling as well, too. Just having a great old time. I mean, how else can you spend a Friday night?
Right?
What can be better?
Where would you rather be than right here today?
Yeah, I think, though, Dirk said he maybe not as much playing time as he wants, but he deals well with that. And they do a nice job of getting everybody in the games and, making sure everybody feels like they're part of the team.
Right. I don't have the stats with me, unfortunately, tonight, but Ben's hit pretty well and when he's had some time to play. He's probably had 3 starts this year, so it's not that he hasn't played at all. But as you say, they all want to play more than they do, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest job of being the skip.
Right.
How do you get these guys the playing time they need, right?
That's right. First pitch here to Bob is fouled back as we start the 4th inning with a strike.
And that's really a luxury that has just happened in the last few years when we're having more and more guys come to a game.
Yeah. Well, when my son Blake started, he was often the 9th guy at the ballpark. There's a big cut and a miss strike, too. Which was difficult for the team, but for the player, it's great, right? Because you're playing every game.
Playing every game.
But we all love seeing all these guys in the dugout and everybody hanging out.
Well, it's one of those things, right? You need the next man up, or a guy needs a break, or at this age these guys are getting married or going to weddings, graduation parties.
Right.
You need to have these guys playing. There's a nice strikeout.
Big cut and a miss there. Strikeout. Jeski's now struck out 3 in a row. And that's the first out of the 4th inning. As you say, injuries. Blake's out for the season this year. Noah was out for quite a while last year, hurt.
Yeah, he missed June 25th. Oh, the Bensons just brought me some jerky. Thank you, Bensons.
First pitch is hit out to right field, but foul as Matnich was looking for that off speed from Jeski. Jordan a lot of times likes to pitch a little bit backwards, starting them out with a off speed, and a lot of times guys will take it for strike one. And nice way to get ahead in the count, but Matnich was looking for that one this time. 0-1. That's inside for a ball. 1-1. Really, the first pitch was hit hard at all by Lake City tonight, but it was foul.
Yeah, that philosophy that Jordan has was something that, excuse me, that him and Hank took a little while to get used to, but you can see that both these guys, Jake, just a little bit outside on that one, but Jake filled in last year when Hank went down with his injury, and he did a nice job. So these guys all know their pitchers really well, and I think that helps their confidence and ability to throw.
Sure. That one's hit out pretty well to right field. That's going to be past Stoffel and into the gap. All the way to the wall. Matnich doesn't run real well. He'll just kind of trot into second base here with a double.
Yeah, you could tell he said, that's a double. Not even trying to get a triple out of that.
It's a double and no more. So a one-out double by Matnich. Looks like he's just coming over to give some equipment to Gwaltney, who I believe is the manager tonight. So May will come up here with a runner on second and 1 out. May had a base hit in his first at bat. That was back against Will Lavin.
A little high on that.
There's an off speed.
Just didn't move on him.
Yeah,
came across about the head height.
So May is ahead in the count 1-0.
There you go.
There's the curveball that curved for a strike. 1-1. I like seeing that. You throw that off speed and it doesn't come over and you don't go away from it. You just throw it right away again.
Yeah, that's the confidence he has in it. It's just little things, just a little bit about the release point or the arm angle.
Right. That one was up and in again for a ball. 2-1.
So that's 3 off speeds in a row. Let's see what he's coming here. Whatever it was they agreed on.
Low and away, but maybe a little too far away. So 3-1 now. You do like to see them. There's not much shaking off at all from Jeski to Sandquist. They're right on the same page here. Well, that's way upstairs, unfortunately, for ball 4. So 2 on. Runners on first and second and 1 away, and that'll bring up Ryan Wolf. Wolf grounded back to Lavin in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1 tonight. Jeski checks the runner at second and fires. Big cut and a miss there for strike 1. Infield at double depth, play depth. Benson playing behind the runner at first. And there's a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-1. Delivery here, and that's a strike. Jeski up ahead 1-2 now to Wolf. So 1-2. Pitch here just a bit inside. 2-2. Chesky checks the runner at second again and fires. Cut and a miss. Big strikeout there from Ski. And now there's 2 away with 2 on. And the number 8 hitter Zorno bat, he struck out his first time. As we look back here, and Chesky just puts that one down right above the shoe tops, and Wolf swings over the top of it. Another big cut and a miss here from Zorn, strike 1.
Chesky has seemed to found the groove again.
See how they approached the young hitter here the first time. While Evan went right at him, 3 straight strikes for the strikeout. This one's hit out towards a shortstop, gets just by Greeter.
Oh, they're sending the big guy.
A little offline. Paul Seth will cut it off smartly. 1 run will score. And Lake City is on the board. It's now Hastings 3, Lake City 1. Runners will be on first and second. So base hit there for Zorn as he just got it by Greeter there in the hole. Horsch's throw was a little offline. Paulseth made the nice cut there to hold the runners at first and second. And Forbes, the number 9 hitter, will step in. Swings that one way upstairs for strike 1. So he was trying to give the Serpents a lead there.
Yeah, that's an uncharacteristic throw by Horsch there.
Just a little offline, but as I say, it was a good play by Noah to cut it off there and not let the Serpents have an extra base. Last pitch was a ball, 1-1. And a cut and a miss again. Strike 2, 1-2. So Jeske up 1-2 on the number 9 hitter Forbes here, trying to get out of this 4th inning without any more damage. Way upstairs again, and he'll chop that one out to short. Greeter gobbles it up, throws over to first for the, he said he was safe. I don't know if he said Benson was off the bag early or what. But that will load the bases up with 2 outs. So a big mistake there.
Did he pull him off the bag?
Looked to me like Benson might have just been off the bag a little early.
Yeah, and he's doing something there with his shoe, almost like the shoe came off.
Yeah. So the leadoff hitter Hawkins, who is just struck out his first time but reached on the ball in the dirt, and then last time he grounded out to the pitcher in the 3rd. Takes a strike there from Jeske. Serpents with the bases loaded here. 2 down. Big and a cut and a miss there. Nice pitch. Strike 2, 0-2. Now you got every pitch in your arsenal you want. You can throw it at 0-2 here.
Absolutely. You know, you don't want to give him something too. You don't want to give him anything good here.
No. How about a big old Charlie for strike 3 there, Jade, to end the inning. Nasty curveball from Jeske. Gets the Hawks out of trouble here in the 4th inning. The Serpents will leave the bases loaded, but they do score 1 to get on the board after 3.5. Hastings 3 and Lake City 1.
Yeah, that was something spicy.
So we take a look at the replay here. Just a big slow breaker. Completely locked up Hawkins, and Jeske gets out of the inning. Both teams with 4 hits so far here tonight, but the Hawks got that big 3-run first. Here's the play again to short. Greeter picks it up, fires. And looks like Benson may have just pulled the foot early. Look, the throw was perfectly fine, chest high. The only other thing I can think of them calling was that his foot wasn't in the bag still.
That was a tough one. It looked very, very close. You know, when when you're an umpire, right, you don't have the option of replay. And
No.
in this, you just have to make your judgment call from behind the mound. And, hard to argue with it.
Yeah.
No harm done.
So the Hawks will have one error here tonight. So through 4 innings in the field.
There you can see someone brought their furry little critter to the ballpark and getting some concessions.
It's a pup-friendly park here at Vets. A lot of dogs sometimes come out and congregate in right field.
Yeah, you just got to clean up after them.
So on that play to Greeter there, the second to last batter, we will call that an error on Benson.
We got, looks like Hank has lead off.
So Paul, Seth, Greeter, and Biermeyer, 7, 8, and 9, will indeed bat for the Hawks here in the bottom of the 4th.
Lights are coming on. Yeah, we're ready to continue into the night as the sun sets.
Good game here tonight, too. The Serpents came to play. Duden struggled a little bit in the first inning, but he's thrown just 46 through 3. And that's high for ball 1. And upstairs again for ball 2. Also takes strike 2 and 1 strike.
Looks like we got Cole out at third base coach right now.
Oh, nice off speed there and a big swing and a miss, strike 2. Different pitcher out there now, I just realized, number 19 on the mound here. Nice curve in there for strike.
Rung him up.
So 1 away as Noah looks at that one. Filthy off speed there for a strike. Real tight one.
Batting number 4, shortstop Jason Greeter.
So Greeter will step in here. Greed will hit a fielder's choice back in the first to end the first inning. Takes that one for a ball. 1-0. And that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, so this guy for Lake City, he's moving along about as quick as Jeske.
Nice left-hander here, 2-1.
He gets the ball, makes a couple little tugs on the pants, and he's ready to throw.
So 2-1 here. That's hit out in the hole to short. Long throw over, and they got him. That was a big-time throw from the shortstop, Ryan Wolf. And we'll get a replay here, as I thought he may have been safe. It was definitely close, and that was a big-time throw.
It is. It's one of those things. You know, you think the tie goes to the runner, but according to the umpire, the ball got there before Greeter did. Patty didn't put up too much of an argument, so.
Tough call. Yeah, that was a bang-bang play. It's kind of hard to argue those. Strike there, and another one, strike 2. This is indeed Kyle Sursley, by the way, on the mound now for Lake City, one of their top 2 pitchers for quite a while now. Sursley and Wolf have kind of been their 1-2 punch. Left-hander with a good arm. Down and away for a ball.
Derek, you know how long this guy has been playing for Lake City?
He's been around about as long as I have. That's about all I can tell you.
You can tell he's a veteran the way he's operating out there on the mound.
As you said earlier, he and Jeske look a lot alike. Lefties who are ready to throw right away.
Just know what they're doing. Shakes him off. Here it comes. Nice job there. fouling that off.
Just getting a piece there, yeah. Biermeyer, 1 for 1 tonight with the base hit, and now having a pretty decent at bat here again. Dennis Reinhardt walking down there. That's a down again, ball 3, 3-2. So nice at bat here so far for Biermeyer. He's got a full count. 2 away, nobody on. And that's ball 4. So really nice at bat. It's a pretty darn tough pitcher. And I'll bring up Jordy Horsch now with runner on first with those 2 out.
Yep, so we're at the top of the order.
Which you wonder with 2 outs here, Jade, if they'll send Biermeyer pretty quick in the at-bat, or with a left-handed pitcher, maybe he'll need to see his move.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. His leadoff is a little shorter than last time.
First pitch is just rolled over to second, and on 1 pitch, Horsch and the Hawks are retired 4-3. So through 4 innings, Hastings 3, Lake City 1. As Surly came in and has continued to put up zeros as the Hawks got those 3 runs in the first inning and haven't done anything really to speak of since. Just that walk by Biermeyer is the only base runner in the last 3 innings.
I mean, it's only 4 hits for the Hawks and 3 hits for the Serpents. So.
Excuse me, Biermeyer led off the second inning with a hit, but after that, he's the only person to reach base since the first inning.
Yeah. But it's moving pretty quick.
So yeah, we're already at the top of the 5th here. A 3-1 game. A lot of great pitching so far tonight. Again, this is 2 teams of the 4 teams in the CCVL that are classified as C teams. And they will, depending on how they fare this year against each other, will decide their seedings for the playoffs. I believe Cole Benson came back to tell us that they are making a substitution. I believe Nick Horsch is going to go out and play in left field for his brother Jordy. Jordy was 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Denny is warming up Nick. Nick's another one of the veterans. This isn't anything new for him. He's gonna step in, get warmed up, and be ready to own that left field.
Yep, and he's so valuable to the young outfielders. He positions them all. Whether he's playing out there in the field or a lot of times from the bench himself, he'll move some guys around. And I know a young guy like Corey Walters just thinks a lot of Nick and all the help he's been giving him throughout the years.
Yeah, I can second that with Noah. Noah really enjoys Nick, Jordan, Denny. These Cole, these guys really do help.
Gwaltney pops the first pitch up here. Flynn's under, he's got it, and 1 quick out. Pop up to second base there. And Gwaltney's retired for the 3rd time tonight.
Cole went over, Ike called it off, and he just watched. Like, hey, put the glove behind the bat, and I'm going to let my man Ike take this one.
That'll bring up Miller 0 for 2 tonight. That one's inside, off speeds inside for a ball, 1-0. Chesky's working his 3rd inning of the game. And that one's in there for a strike. 45 pitches now for Chesky through 2 1/3 innings. There's a chopper down first base. Benson's got it. He calls Chesky off, takes it himself.
Oh. Let's throw over to short. Airmail. Good thing Nick, even in the celebration, is there to back it up.
2 quick outs here for Chesky, and it's nice on 4 pitches. As I say, he's 46 pitches through 2 2/3, but just 4 here so far in the 5th inning.
Jeske's going a little old school with the high socks. And
First pitch to Bob's in their first strike one. 0-1 count. Bob also 0 for 2. So guys have done a really good job against the top of the lineup. It's the bottom half that's got on base. Nice off speed there.
That was nasty.
0-2 now to Bob.
Sandquist looks pretty comfortable back there.
Fastball outside's popped up out of play. We'll stay at 0-2. Jeske's firing here. That's down and in for a ball, 1-2. Maybe been a slider or something there, but went down and in.
Yeah.
This one's chopped out on one hop to Paulseth. He got it. Fires over to Benson and just stays on the bag this time for the out. Nice play there by Cole.
That was a stretch by Cole. He might be doing a little bit of extra stretching in the dugout after that one.
Serpents go 1-2-3 in the fifth after 4.5 here at Vets. It's 3-1 Hawks. So we see Cole there working his magic to keep that heel on the bag.
Yeah, it's really nice to have this replay in front of us.
Hunter does a great job with it too. It's so easy to announce with HCTV when I can speak. The cameramen, as I always say, our cameramen are the best in the Metro. You can find anybody who wants to talk on the television or radio like myself, but our cameramen are the best around, bar none. Watch some hockey games in the Metro, and you will notice quite a difference between our crew and some of the other crews.
Yeah, we get the luxury of sitting up here with the producer, and it's kind of fun to hear him talk and instruct and have the cameramen doing the right things at the right time. This is a high-quality production we have going on here.
And it improves and gets better every year. The replays are great. Got all these cameras out here. It's not like we just have one camera set up behind home plate. We got multiple angles.
And it's kind of fun. I hear people in the crowd talking about how they're getting text messages from people that are watching saying, "Hey, I saw you on camera again."
It's always fun, right?
Yep.
Leading off for Hastings, number 32, Connor Stoffel.
So Connor Stoffel bat for the Hawks here, leading off the bottom of the fifth. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and popped up to third base in the second. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike.
Crowd's pretty excited for Connor.
Of course, Connor just graduated, big-time hockey star, too, as well. Hits one hard to short, but on one hop, Wolf fires out. Man, he has got an arm at shortstop.
Yes, he does.
And he will retire Stoffel 6-3.
And it just looks like he's just flipping it, but that thing is a rocket. Oh, that boy has the jersey back on. It's down to his knees, but
that's already he's in Hawks colors.
He is in Hawks colors. He's looking good and paying attention, doing his job. So fun for these young kids, I'm sure.
So Isaac Flynn will step in here. Takes the ball outside. Flinner with a base hit and scored a run back in the first when the Hawks put up that 3 spot. And that's in their first strike, 1-1.
Oh, we got Jordan going back to coach third base.
Towel around his neck. That's up and out for ball 2, 2-1.
A little strutting around there in the coach's box.
Can usually tell how Ski's feeling just by looking at him, right?
Absolutely.
Check swing there. Nice hold there. I believe should be 3-1 now.
Yeah, it's the thing that I've been teaching kids is through the years is yes, 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 and then it's a sharp no if it's a bad pitch.
Right. Takes that one for a strike. So full count here. 1 away. Isaac Flynn up. That one's hit down the right field line, just a bit foul. So we'll stay at 3-2.
That's the right idea again, pulling it. Just pushes that right over there.
So many of his hits in the Hawk uniform have been come to right field. Here's the pitch again, way outside to the backstop.
Get going, Ike.
So Ike draws a 7-pitch walk here off of Sursley with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, now we got Evan out at coaching first base.
Batting number 23, Cole Benson.
That's another way you can keep everybody active and in the ball game is to have them go out there and coach first. Benson now in to bat here. Benson 1 for 2 tonight. That's up and out for a ball.
Yeah, Benson's just looking for something he can hit here. He's an aggressive hitter. He's looking to swing.
Guy that puts the ball in play quite a bit, doesn't strike out a whole lot. Puts a bunt out there. Now throw down to first, and he's safe over at first base. I believe they called it a strike on the pitch, so it's 1-1.
Yes, they did. Yes, indeed. So Ike's being pretty conservative with his lead. Throwing back again. He was able to just step back to the base. He got dirty the first time. He just, hey, I'm not getting dirty this time.
Can be tough with those lefties. They can come right over. There's one up and away for a ball. 2-1 to Cole Benson. I almost called him Kyle. That would be his father. 2-1, 1 out. Flinner over at first. Hawks leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. A good game here with the Serpents and the Hawks. Up and away, a swing and a miss. Looked like it might have had the hit and run on, and Flynn is out at second base. So he'll be caught stealing there on what looked like was probably a hit and run as Benson swung at one way out of the zone.
Right. That's what it looks like. It's just a nice throw by the catcher, and Ike wasn't he was kind of hung out there. If that ball was put in play, he's definitely safe.
2-2 count. Benson taps that one foul. Just got a piece to stay alive. As I say, he is a really good contact hitter. Does not strike out often.
Yeah, when that happens, it's generally the guy has a really good understanding of the game, and in particular catchers.
Yeah.
In his younger days, Cole was a catcher. He understands how to manage pitchers and guess what's coming next.
Has a good idea of what sort of sequence he'll see in certain counts as well. Still 2-2 here as he fouled that one back over our heads a moment ago. That one's hit out to center field. It's going back, but he is there now. The center fielder, Hawkins, makes the play as Benson flies out to center to end the 5th inning. And the Hawks go down, even though Flynn reached, they go down 3 up, 3 down on the caught stealing. We will go to the 6th inning. Hastings still leading Lake City 3-1. While we have a minute here, we'd like to thank everybody who's watching on HCTV as well as our podcast, our folks who will listen to our internet broadcasts. Always appreciate you guys as well. We haven't forgotten about you. Reason we really started doing all of this was to get some of the folks who couldn't get to the ballpark out listening to our games. Let some of our board members, some of the parents and people that are so important to the team so they can tune into a live broadcast. So again, thank you all on HCTV as well as on our podcast tonight. It's been a fun game, real well played game so far by both teams. Lots of good pitching. Lavin started on the mound for the Hawks, went 2 shutout innings. Jeski's come on in 3 innings. He's given up just 1 run. And on the Serpent side of things, Duden started out. He went 3 innings, I believe, and then Sursley took over, and he has gone the last couple innings. And except for that big 3 spot in the first inning by the Hawks, there's not been a lot of action in this game. Through 5, Hawks 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Serpents 1 run on 3 hits. So here we go, already in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Jeski's an off speed. It's hit out into left center, and that's by Biermeyer, and that's going to roll to the wall. Matnich on with a leadoff double, as he has been the main guy here for Lake City tonight. That is his 2nd straight double. So he was looking for that off speed pitch. Replay here. He was sitting on that one, put it right out there in left center. Biermeyer tracked it all the way over, just couldn't quite get it, and he got by him. This one's chopped foul. Strike 1 to May. May has reached with a single in the 2nd inning and a walk last inning, so he's had a nice night at the plate. Off speed's chopped out to second base. Fire over to first to get May for the first out of the inning, 4-3. Does his job rolling over on that one, though, to move Matnich to third with 1 out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ryan Wolf, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out back to the pitcher in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 4th inning. And that's upstairs for ball 1. I've seen Wolf pitch against us many times. I have not seen him play much shortstop against us, but I've been really impressed with him tonight.
Yeah, that explains it. That arm is, it's electric.
It sure is. That's the one word I was going to say as well, electric. 2-0 here to Wolf. Matnich on third base. And that one's grounded out towards short, off Greeter's glove. And that'll score the 2nd run of the game for Lake City as they battle back and make it a 3-2 game with an RBI single there.
Now he just walks home.
Greeter made a nice attempt at it, wasn't able to quite get that one in the glove. He had to kind of sprint over towards second base and made it half a sliding attempt there.
Yeah, getting his glove on it kept it from anything else happening. Kept it to a single.
Zorn takes a strike there for an 0-1 count. Zorn 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. And strike 2 on the outside. So Jeski up 0-2 right away.
Yep, nice position to be in as the pitcher.
And swing and a miss, strike 3.
Got him again.
Jeski with another strikeout.
He's just coming at these guys. We got the catcher coming up here, number 23.
6 strikeouts now for Jeski in 3 2/3 innings. And the number 9 hitting catcher is up. Takes that for a ball. But Lake City scratched back another run here. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 1, 1-1. 2 outs, runner on first here. Top 6. Hawks lead now just 3-2. And a swing and a miss again. 1-2 now. Jeski looking for his 7th K of the night.
His off-speed stuff is looking really good.
And called, strike 3. He gets his 7th on the night. But Lake City does get 1 run on 2 hits. One left on base, and after 5.5, Hastings 3, Lake City 2.
Yeah, and it looks like Denny Reinhardt's warming up in the bullpen in case he's needed. But now it's time for the Hawks to get some runs. Yeah.
Come around and $3 per adult. Kids are free.
Doesn't look like Lake City has changed pitchers. We have the same guy is coming back in to, as he cleans up the plate, the rubber. He's looking at the mound, giving some signs to guy warming him up. One right in the dirt there. Infield's looking good. Bunchu is standing there getting ready, timing him up. A lot of action going on in between the inning here. A decent crowd out here tonight as well. I'm trying to figure out where you would want to be on a Friday night. Oh, it's right here in Hastings watching the Hawks play the Serpents.
As we're in between innings here, we could talk more about the C teams. As we had said before, there's 4 teams, C teams in the league: Hastings, Lake City, Red Wing, and Cannon. And one of those 4 teams will get a bye and advance into the regional tournament right away. The other 3 will have to advance through the prelim tournament. So these games are pretty important to all 4 of these teams, trying to get that number 1 seed. Ben Bunchu will lead off here. And he takes strike 1 here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Have that bases loaded walk in the first, start the scoring tonight. This one's hit up high into left center field. Center fielder reaches over, Hawkins makes the play, and there's 1 away. As sincerely has come into the game, he has just been very difficult for the Hawks to figure out.
Yeah, we can't get a guy past first base.
Yeah. Still stuck on 3 runs and 4 hits. First pitch, Sandquist on the outside corner for a strike. And the way these pitchers have been hitting their targets all night, that strike zone just seems to get a little bit bigger each time. Nice bit of hitting here, though. He follows it straight back. A nice swing on that curveball. And this one's fouled away as well, so it's stay at 0-2 here.
That does look like we have a group of kids from maybe recent graduates here cheering on the Hastings guys.
It's fun to see some younger guys in the park. That one's up and away for a ball, 1-2.
They're having fun.
Always nice to see anybody at the park. It's a new face, maybe can keep them coming back. That off speed almost cut a piece of Jake's leg there. Ball 2-2.
So as I heard from the crowd, someone said you should have wore that one.
That's just inside. 3-2. Nice pitch there, just missed in. And this one's hit to the gap. And that one's going to go all the way to the wall. Sandquist around first. On to second. And he will hold at second base with a double. So finally, that 5th hit for the Hawks comes 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And a rocket off of Jake Sandquist's bat for a double in right center field. As soon as he hit that one, you knew that one was going to go for extra bases. And that'll bring up Noah Hank Paulseth.
Number 24, Noah Paulseth.
Let's see if he can trade places with Jake here.
Yeah, do the same thing. Hank 0 for 2 tonight, flew out to right field, and then was the first batter Sursley faced. And this one gets past the catcher, and Sandquist over to third immediately. Read that one right away. Pass ball or wild pitch on the play there. Yeah, I think the catcher could have probably had it. I would say probably a pass ball, but it was quite a bit outside.
I would say he's been pulling that thing in all night.
Yeah. 1-0 count here to Hank. Runner now at third, 2-0. With one out, Lake City is playing in here in bottom of the 6th inning in a 3-2 game.
So let's see if Hank can do his job here and at least drive in the run.
That one's just on the inside corner for strike 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming, and that's going to hit Noah. And he will head down to first base, and he is the new Magnet King of the Hawks, as he's been hit at least half a dozen times this year.
Depends on whose book you're listening to or watching, but yeah, I think he definitely leads the team in hit by pitches for the season. He doesn't have the record of 19 held by Nick Horsch.
Yep, for years it was Nick. Last year Evan Corinne took over, and now Noah is the hit king, or hit by king.
I think Noah is the kind of kid that would take pride in taking that record away from Nick, but we'll see if he gets there.
First pitch to Greeter is in for a ball, 1-0. Runners on the corner, so middle infield will play back now. That's a nice one in on the inside hat corner for a strike, 1-1. Just looks over at first a couple times before he delivers, and there's a nice off speed for a strike, 1-2. And now we got to get Greeter to put this one in play.
Paul has a moderate lead, I would say.
That's chopped back to the pitcher. That's going to hold the runner at third. Paul Seth will be out at second. Greeter to first. Ball gets by on an error, and Jake will score.
There we go. We got that run.
So Greeter on the fielder's choice will reach. Sandquist will score on the error. Paul Seth out at second.
Now batting number 10, Jake Biermeyer.
So 1-4, pitcher to second base, but then the throw was off target. And the Hawks get the big insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th as it's 4-2. That's upstairs for a ball to Biermeyer, who's had a nice game here tonight.
Yeah, he really does seem locked in.
Single in the second, walked on 7 pitches in the 4th inning. Nice off speed there for a strike, 1-1. Sursley now up to 51 pitches, but I've seen him throw over 100 several times, so I don't think he's anywhere near being done for the night.
As we get a look at Biermeyer, he has an art with his eye black.
And that's a ball, 2-1. Yeah, Jake and Corey, Blake, a lot of these young guys, they do a lot of artwork with that eye black. I'm not so sure it's to keep the sun out of their eyes anymore.
It looks cool.
I think that's the whole point. 2-1 here. Tried to call time, but he was already in this motion, and he did not get time. So 2-2. Jake will take a walk here. I think he got something in his eye as well. That's why he's trying to call time, but Sursley was already delivering the pitch. So 2-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Greeter over at first. Hawks up 4-2. Runner goes. Biermeyer got just a piece of it at home plate. Greeter will have to go back to first.
Yep, he just fouled that right back into catcher's leg again. These catchers are taking a beating.
They sure are. So 2-2 again. See what Greeter does this time. The pitch, he stays put and just inside. 3-2. Now we know that Greeter will be taken off with the pitch here. Full count and 2 outs.
There he goes.
Off speed fouled back again as Jake stayed back on that one nicely.
It's a good thing Greeter likes to run. I'm out there, I'm not going this time, but he likes running.
So Biermeyer will see another 3-2, see if he gets another off speed, if Sursley goes with the fastball.
It's gone. He gets to do it again.
Hit out foul of first base. Matnich really put on the speed there, but was not able to come down with that one. So Biermeyer's now seen 8 pitches this at bat.
Yeah, that's hard to stop when you're running that quick at that size.
It is. You almost need that fence there to stop you. 3-2, 2 outs. And that's outside, ball 4. Another nice at bat for Jake Biermeyer.
Pitcher doesn't look too happy with that call, but I have to say I think the ump behind the plate has done a heck of a job tonight.
No major complaints from me tonight. That one was definitely up and out in my opinion. The one that Jake took for ball 3 I thought was closer than that one was myself. But here comes Nick Horsch for his first at bat tonight, taking over for Jordy, and he hits one to shallow right. That's going to bounce in there for a base hit.
And we're sending Greeter home.
Greeter will score as he slides in, and it's 5-2.
So the wily vet, just a little blooper over there to right field, drives in a run. Biermeyer advances to third. Now Nick's taking off his gear, handing it to Evan. I'm ready to run the bases now.
Nick's not getting the playing time in the at-bats that he has in the past, but boy, he has really had a nice start to the year at the plate this year.
Yeah, he's a clutch player. That's that. I keep going back to the experience, and that's the experience and the mindset. He knows he's a leader on the team here.
And he definitely is. Connor Stoffel will now come up to bat. He'll take ball 1 just a bit high. Hawks now opening up a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And finally, here's the pitch, and that is called a strikeout in the outside corner. So 1-1 to Stoffel. He's 0 for 3 tonight, but has scored the first run in the game. And that one is just foul as he waited back just not quite long enough on that one. Had the right idea, just a little bit ahead of it. And it'll be a 1-2 count here with 2 outs, runners on the corners.
The way the Hawks are playing, I mean, you can't hide a guy in right field, so.
No, you sure can't. I have no problems going opposite field. And this one's hit out to right again. Right fielder coming over, makes the grab. And Stoffel and the Hawks are done here in the 6th. On the fly ball to right field. But Hastings scores 2 big insurance runs here to take a 5-2 lead. Here's the hit by Nick Horsch. That scores Jason Greeter with that 5th run. So Hastings with 3 runs back in the first. Could not score again until the 6th inning, but they put up 2 and regaining 3-run lead, 5-2. HCTV Sports would like to thank our sponsor, Biermeyer Financial Management, Retirement, Planning, and Expertise. But, again, thank you to Biermeyer Financial Management, sponsor for HCTV Sports. To get a chance to thank them again for helping us out. And look at our cameraman. As I say again, the best cameraman in the Twin Cities. I will bet money on that. We have the best cameraman and producer around, and I am not joking about that one bit. I will put my own money up on that. Jeske out here again to start the 7th inning. Came in after Will Lavin pitched 2. And Jeske will warm up here.
Yep, throwing his warm-up pitcher, Sandquist. Sandquist throwing down to second. Nice strike there.
So one thing that we do have now is some great catchers on the team who have rocket arms down to second base. Teams that used to run on us often don't do nearly as much running as they used to. It's been a big help to the pitching staff. Hawkins will lead off the 7th inning here for Lake City. Leadoff hitter's 0 for 3 tonight. And he takes the first pitch there for ball 1. And Jeske right away again comes back with a strike. 1-1. You're wondering, Jeske at 66 pitches so far tonight. And that one's chopped away down the first baseline for strike 2. Gets the sign, he's ready to go again. And that one's low for a ball. 2-2.
Jake setting up there behind the plate, showing the signs. Jeske's ready to deliver.
Just got a piece of that curveball.
Another one to the legs of the catcher.
Give him a second there, maybe. And Jake and the umpire will walk back. So 2-2 again. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Hawkins leading it off for the Serpents. And swing and a miss, strike 3.
Throwing it around the horn here. Yeah, it's very interesting to watch Jake after every pitch or strikeout like that. Jake sits around and he has a nice little conversation with the umpire. He certainly likes to. He's the chatty Cathy of the team.
He's got the gift of gab, right?
Yes, he does. Now they're back to work here.
Jeske 4 1/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, and another one in there for a strike. And in there again, a strike. 0-2 now to Gwaltney.
I mean, at times it looks like he's throwing a wiffle ball.
Yeah, he just looks effortless for him tonight, yeah. Ball moving all over the place. Strike 3 called on the inside corner as he just decided to go straight fastball, gas.
Give him the gas and somehow my fastball moves.
Gwaltney, who has been a good player in this league for a long time, 0 for 4 tonight with 3 strikeouts.
Miller.
My correction, Garrett Pavelka was the pinch hitter that time. I did not notice that they had made the move.
Bruce, the voice of the Hawks, is making sure that we got our facts straight here.
So
he's also the official scorekeeper, so we gotta trust what he's telling us.
You're right. So Pavelka was in there, and that may be why Jeske went right back after him. Dang right, a 1-1 count here to Miller, and another off speed in there for a strike. 1-2. Jeske now 4 straight strikeouts again. Second time in the game he struck out 4 in a row.
Yep, Jeske's looking. Looks like he got something in his eye here. He's trying to shake that off, rubbing the eye. Looks like he's ready to go again.
1-2 pitch. Fastball popped up foul, not a play.
There's a little bit of cottonwood floating around the park here. There's no mayflies this time, but
not yet. They're coming. They're coming in a couple weeks, I bet. That one's way upstairs for a ball. 2-2.
Yeah, I went to clean out my truck the other day, and I'm vacuuming it out and found 2 or 3 mayflies from the last time I was here. They were stuck in the vents, you know.
And just got a piece again to stay alive. 2-2.
Yeah, this is a great battle here.
Those mayflies, they get bad out here. Nothing like down by the river. I'm glad we are not down there on a Friday night in July. That one's fouled straight back. So a good battle, as Jade said here, between Miller and Jeske.
Well, Hastings is just a wonderful place to be in the summertime. You know, with the river and the town and the buildings. I mean, this is just a great place.
This is coming from an Apple Valley guy. That one's hit out. Soft liner that Greeter's able to grab.
Greeter makes that work like, hey, I've been doing this for 15 years. Don't worry about that.
And he's done a really nice job this year filling in for Blake over at short, with Blake being out with his shoulder injury. Greeter slid over, and I think it's exceeded everybody's expectations over at shortstop.
And his bat has been good, too.
Yeah, he's had a good year all around.
It's just, having that utility, right? You can play different spots. That's just makes the skipper's job quite a bit easier.
Yeah, and Greeter's a guy who a lot of times has been the third middle infielder on the team for a few years, and has, he's played a lot, but at the same time, he's, like I say, he's been kind of that third guy who they put in there to give somebody else a day off, and he's done a really good job. It's really fun to see.
And he's here up every game. He very rarely misses. Now we're doing the 7th inning stretch right now. It's good to see people up and about. We got a group of young guys with their arms around each other's shoulders, really getting into it. It's fun to see that excitement and energy from
We are in the stretch here. 5-2 Hawks. And they be 3, 4, 5 hitters here in the bottom of the 7th, who have Flynn, Benson, and Bunshu scheduled for the Hawks.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we can get back to the top of the lineup. That'd be another nice solid inning for the Hawks here.
Looking good through 6.5, but Serpents still got 2 more innings here, so 3 runs hopefully will be enough, but you never know. Lake City's a scrappy bunch of hitters, and Sursley's done a really nice job in relief, and been a well-played game.
Derek, it looks like we have a new pitcher.
We do have another pitcher.
Number 22. So they're going back to a righty.
All right, so looks like Charlie White will be in the game now.
Nice throw down by the catcher there. Just one hop right into the glove, down low, makes it easy for the shortstop to pull that out.
So Lake City throws, Duden starts and goes 3 innings, giving up 3 runs. Sursley comes in, throws 3 innings himself. He gives up 2 there in the bottom of the 6th. And White will come on here in the 7th inning to face Flynn. Ike 1 for 2 with a walk tonight and a run scored.
Number 12, Isaac Flynn.
That's down for a ball. And that one's down and in for ball 2, 2-0. Not to say I know anything more about baseball than Augsburg's head coach, but I'm having a hard time finding out why Ike's not getting more at-bats. He's had a great year at the plate here.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to scratch your head sometimes. These college coaches, they're doing what they think is the right thing, but when they come out here and you see them play, you wonder. Sometimes you wonder what is going on.
All right. He takes 4 straight balls there, so he'll draw a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Cole Benson, the cleanup hitter. Benson 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored.
Anyway, Noah didn't get the playing time he necessarily wanted, but I can tell you his head coach has made progress with him like I haven't seen. So it's a whole different way of thinking of it. You know, you're used to playing a lot. And you go somewhere and you got to trust the coach.
That's always hard when you go up a level, and you know, everybody in college was the guy or one of the guys at their hometown.
Yeah.
So,
and then you get in with the group of guys, and you got a bunch of alphas, and you know, got to figure it out.
yeah, Benson tries to bunt down the first baseline there, foul. So he's behind 0-2 now.
But you know, I think a lot of that shows through here. These guys are such good teammates because they have persevered and you know, made it through some difficult times and disappointing times for themselves.
Yeah. You know, another thing, too, is over the years you see more guys in that dugout who might not be starting tonight but still show up.
Absolutely.
And in the old days, maybe if you're not playing, you don't come to the park. This one's fouled away by Benson. He's over by the concession stand down the right field line, and we will stay at 0-2.
You know, and I think some of the improvements we've made to the park have made it a very, you know, a place they want to be.
Yeah, the first thing we did was we started with the playing surface in the infield and gone from there. This one's got away from the catcher. Flynn's got second. He takes a look for third, but he'll check in at second base. And a wild pitch.
Yeah, that one really did get the catcher. He was able to block it, but it went off to its left, and he went to the right. So Flynn maybe would have had a chance to get to third, but he did a nice job of composing himself and getting the ball.
Yeah. Big cut and a miss there. Cole strikes out. That's a rare sight. Yeah, that wild pitch, it looked like it caught the catcher high, and he wasn't square to the plate anymore, and you know, bounced sideways on him.
That went right off to the left, and he thought it went to the right. But now we got the Bunchu up. We don't have any Kyle sightings tonight, so Kyle is his dog.
No Kyle tonight, no. Strike one here. Ben 0 for 2 with a walk, but that walk drove in the first run of the game tonight for the Hawks.
He's due. He's due.
Base hit here you would think would score Flynn from second.
Uh-oh.
Throw back. Second baseman wasn't at the bag, but just White threw it back kind of to try to see if he could catch Flynn off guard there.
Flynn got dirty again. So I always like to see the guys getting dirty. Now they're old enough to do it.
Bunchu fouls one back here, and that's just going to go over the backstop. So 2 strikes now to Ben.
Yeah, I really like seeing them get dirty now because they're all old enough to do their own laundry.
Whether or not they always do it, you never know.
Well, you can tell. You can tell some of them are bachelors when they come with the pants are still dirty. That's a little bit inside. Ben had to kind of jump out of the way there, right at the knees.
Yeah, ball one. It's easy to say to take one when it's coming right at your knees. It's a different story. You're going to get out of the way of that usually. 1-2 pitch. That's way outside. Ball 2, 2-2.
Yeah, if it's in the meat of the leg, yeah, take it. But in the knees, those things are they're precious. And these guys are just, you know, Ben's been a veteran, so he knows what to do there.
That's hit well to left field. Goodbye. That's still going out there, and that is going to one-hop the fence for a ground rule double.
Just barely missed the fence there. He burned the left fielder. He was full sprint backwards, running. You know, perfect form. Puts the glove up and it hits the warning track and bounces over. But Flynn did come home, and Bunchu is at second base now.
Bunchu put that one out there probably about 360. Most every other park in central Minnesota would not have been able to hold that one, but here with our power alleys at 385 and down the line at 335, it was warning strike power, so ground rule double. Sanquist takes ball one.
Doing a little stretching, getting set up there, ready to swing that bat.
And that's down again, ball 2. So White threw 4 balls to start out the inning, then threw 6 out of 7 pitches for strikes.
Yeah.
But now it's a 2-0 count here to Sandquist, and
Oh, got a pinch runner coming in, Drew Davis.
Drew Davis is going to make an appearance pinch running.
Now this kid has some wheels.
He does have some wheels.
And I'd like to line him and Corey up in our ace and see which one can win there.
That's upstairs for ball 3-0 to Jake. So Davis gets an appearance here. Pinch running for the DH Bunchu. And 4 straight out of the zone to Sandquist for a walk. So we have runners on first and second with 2 out. Hawks now up to a 6-2 lead. And that'll bring up Noah Paulseth.
That looks like Skee's just giving him the signs like, hey, just go up there and do your thing, kid.
Noah 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch, which I'm sure he will let us know after the game how many that is from the year for him. White will step off as he's watching Davis dancing around off second base.
Well, that's the thing that is going to do, that substitution right there. It's going to get in that pitcher's head that now I got a guy with some serious speed.
Yep. Now if I give up a base hit, it's a run for sure. Strike 1 here to Noah.
It's, yeah, no doubt about it. You know, as the old Twins were the Piranhas, right? They'd
Yep.
just be menaces on the base paths and in the infield.
Feel like you're never safe from giving up a run with all that speed out there. Noah to behind here, 0-2. Have to dig out of an 0-2 count here against White. That one's downstairs for a ball 1 and 2. And White will step off again as he's looking back at Davis.
Yep, they know. They know he's trouble.
And that one's low and away, and that gets away from the catcher again. Both runners will move up to second and third base.
So that was very similar to the last time the ball got away from him. You know, he goes to his right and the ball goes to his left. It's so important as a catcher to make sure you're staying square so that ball stays in front of you. It doesn't squirt out to the right or the left. When you're concentrating that hard, it gets away from you if you're not squared up behind the plate.
Yeah, he's had a really nice night at behind there, blocking just about everything. But there's a couple now, like you say, where they've gotten away from him. And when you're going one way, and then you're looking that direction, and the ball's behind you.
Yeah, it's hard. And he's not getting much help from his teammates saying, "Hey, to your left, to your left."
Right.
Oh, wow.
That one did not look like a strike to me, but they're going to ring up Hank on that one for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Greeter with the bases loaded, runners on second and third and 2 outs.
With that, that's the first time I've seen a pitch that maybe the bases maybe should be loaded.
Yeah.
But, they're calling the game, and when you got 2 strikes on you, you got to do your thing. You can't let that be in the umpire's hands. You got to be swinging the bat.
Go down swinging, right? Well, that one's up and in on Greeter.
It's the high cheese right across the face.
That'll be 2-0. White's been he's given up 1 run here, but he's been fairly efficiently wild, I'd say. There's a little tapper to short. This will be a tough play. Across, it's not gonna get by the first baseman. 2 runs are gonna score. Greeter to second base. And as we had said all night about how the shortstop Wolf had made a great job of basically throwing a cannon over to first base all night, this one was uncorked and it was not on target. And 2 big insurance runs again come in for the Hastings.
Yeah. That's why he put the ball in play. right?
Right.
You make them field and catch.
Make them get the outs. So now the Hawks up to an 8-2 lead here. Bottom 7, and Biermeyer will bat, the number 9 hitter. He 1 for 1 with 2 walks tonight. And that's down for a ball. 1-0.
Biermeyer has some confidence today. Another one.
Another one gets away, and he doesn't know where it is again. Greer rakes a big round of third, but he'll hold there. 2-0 count.
Yeah, he wanted to go. He wanted to keep running.
He really did. So that one Forbes couldn't find again, and Greer was able to go to third. Again, a wild pitch. It's not been a fun night behind the plate for him, I don't think.
He is. He's having to work hard today.
That one's in there for a strike, 2-1. Hastings opening up the 8-2 lead. And now upstairs, 3-1 now to Biermeyer. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th, and Jason Greeter over at third base. That's in there for strike 2. So full count here to Biermeyer with 2 out. And that's up top, ball 4. So Biermeyer with his 3rd straight walk after he singled his first at bat.
Here comes Nick Horsch.
So Horsch, who came in for his brother, had an RBI single on the first pitch he saw in the 6th inning. And Evan Crin's going to race into the dugout, and I wonder if he may get in that bat here soon, as Lavin is going to go out and coach first for him. First pitch here to Nick is in for a strike.
And I just love it. Biermeyer again. He's going at least a third of the way to second base here. He's taking monster leads. And they're throwing to first.
They threw and they might have got him. They
got him.
Yes, they called him out. It looked like he said safe at first, but so the catcher threw behind, gets Biermeyer here.
Yeah, that's eventually that's going to happen when you're being that aggressive, right?
Yep.
It's worked well twice tonight, and he got caught that way. It was really close.
But the Hawks do put up 3 more here in the 7th, and after 4 straight innings of not scoring, 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. And it's now a 8-2 game here after 7 innings. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound for the Hawks as well, as Dennis Reinhardt's going to come out. And that makes sense, as Jeske had pitched 5 quality innings and giving up 2 runs. Had a long inning of rest there after 5 innings, and it was probably a good time to take him out. Stiffening up probably on the bench there.
Yep. Yeah, so Denny's on the mound here. He has a new number this year. He's number 21. He, just an example of the leadership, right? The guy that had 21 didn't really care for odd numbers, and Denny says, "I don't care about my number. I'll give you mine. I'm number 24." So, just another example of how unselfish this team is.
Yeah. He was joking about how he should have had him pay him for it, at least give him $20 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But no, Denny just did it. Did that in Rochester. Sean had submitted the lineup, and it's funny to watch him running up the steps trying to get to the official scorekeeper saying, I got to change some numbers around these guys. Switch jerseys on me. So
we go to the top of the 8th here. And it'll be Austin, Bob, Matnich, and May to bat for the Serpents as they try to get back into this thing. Hawks leading now 8-2. But the 4, 5, and 6 hitters will face Dennis Reinhardt. First pitch here's ball 1, 1-0. And that one's a little bit up and outside for a ball 2-0.
Denny's working really quick here.
Another veteran guy.
There you go.
Big swing and a miss there, 2-1. By veteran, I mean I think he's all of about 26 years old. But he's been around since he was 18, so that's up and out again, ball 3, 3-1.
Yep, from Rosemount, Minnesota. Getting closer to the Apple Valley neighborhood.
Just a few of you guys over there. And that's up and out again, ball 4. So Denny's gives up a leadoff walk here to Bob, and that'll bring up Matnich, who's doubled his last 2 at-bats.
First baseman, number 30, Josh Matnich.
2 for 2 with a walk tonight.
Yeah, this is where you're just hoping for something in the infield that can, twist that, get a double play, and make up for that walk. We don't want the walks to come back and bite us.
No, we sure don't. This is fisted out behind third. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to reach to that. That's going to be a base hit.
Holds him to a single, though.
And good defense out there in left field by Horsch to get it in right away. But a fister by Matnich, and we have runners on first and second and nobody out.
Yeah, Greeter and Paulseth were sprinting to it. So was Nick. And I just dropped him. None of them could get there.
That was in the Bermuda Triangle out there in shallow left. So May is up here with 2 on, nobody out. That one.
I don't know if it's the Bermuda Triangle. They did find it.
Okay. I'll go with you on that one. 1-0 count here. Another one upstairs now. 2-0.
All right, Sandquist is going out to talk to Denny. Just hey, we just gotta throw some strikes. Settle down, guy. You know what you're supposed to do. Probably trying to make sure they're on the same page. And they'll get it figured out. Both, Sandquist has his glove over his mouth, right? 2 feet away from Denny, and here he comes back to the plate.
He has got the perfect personality for a catcher, a young catcher. He just goes out there and tells them what he thinks and trumps back down to doesn't have any problem talking to these older guys. That's hit out pretty well to right field. Krenu's in at right field now, and that's going to go way over his head.
That went all the way to the fence. Here we go. We got 2 guys coming around. We got the batter going to 3.
And he's in for a third base with a triple, so May has had a nice night at the plate as well. A big 2-run triple as the Serpents trying to get back into this game. 2 in already here, nobody out in the 8th. See the replay here. Way over Kren's head.
And Kren's he's a big guy, but he's pretty damn fast.
So that'll be ball 1 to Wolf. Wolf 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI. Those 2 runs in and cut the Hawks lead to 8-4.
Then he's struggling a little bit here finding the zone.
Most pitches have been up high as well. So 2-0 count. And that's outside 3-0. That one he got down in the zone there for strike 3-1.
And that's all it takes sometimes is one pitch, right? One pitch, and you can start humming right along.
And there you go, it's strike 2. So full count here to Wolf. And the full count delivery.
Yep.
Called strike 3 on the off speed.
That was nasty. That was nasty. Lake City doesn't agree as much, but that was a nasty pitch.
Big strikeout here. We'll get a replay and get a good look from center field.
Number 27, Johan Zorn.
That is right there on the top of the zone, I think.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you just don't want to do is show up the umpire like that.
No, you really don't. That's true. And a strike here to Zorn now.
I mean, we were having a hard enough time getting umpires. We got to make sure everybody treats them with respect. Sanquist kept that in front of him.
And strike 2 called on the check swing. Good stop there to keep the runner at third. So Zorn down 0-2 here. That's up and out for a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch, though. It's a good waste.
Yeah, in that situation. 1-2 pitch. That's chopped to third. Paulseth over to first for the out. Lake City does get a run here on the ground ball to third base. It'll be 2 away.
Yeah, Paulseth took a couple little crow hops and fired a strike right over to Cole Benson. It wasn't even close.
So the one thing the Serpents have done is after the Hawks got 3 in the bottom of the 7th, they've come back with 3 of their own. And the first pitch to Forbes is a ball, 1-0. So the score now 8-5 Hastings, 2 outs top of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. Popped up over our heads for strike 2.
I have to say, one of the experiences of coming to this ballpark is the sound effects Bruce has for all these different pitches.
And that off speed, he just froze him and looking. So Reinhardt strikes out 2, gets out of it, giving up 3 here in the 8th. We will go to the bottom half of the 8th inning as we look again here at the off speed that Forbes was frozen by. Nice frame job there as well by Sanquist. And through 7.5, Hastings 8, Lake City 5.
Yep, that's great. You know, I don't know if you guys out there watching have seen it yet, but we've got a new scoreboard this year. And it's a huge addition to the park. It gives you a lot of information, and you can see it. It's just nice to have a new refreshed scoreboard. There it is on the screen there. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It is a big improvement to the park and a long time coming, and something that the board was pretty proud to get installed here this year. The old one had kind of outlived its lifetime, and we were having some problems fixing it.
Served its purpose, but if you see that, there is some room for these local businesses here. If you're interested, there's always advertising available.
Yeah, we can talk about advertising on the scoreboard as well as the outfield fence. We got some advertising out there as well.
Yeah, there's I mean, this complex. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Derek. You're from Mason, but this is used for Hawks games, high school games, HYA games. Right? It gets a lot of use.
This park gets used most days of the summer. Like you say, 14-year-old, 15-year-old HYA games are out here. Varsity plays a few games out here when they can under the lights because they don't have lights over at the high school field. In the summertime, VFW and Legion are also high school teams that play out here often.
Yeah, it's a really nice park. And when you look at the outfield there, you see trees, you see a nice scoreboard. We got great lights. Fun place for these young men to play. That's the thing too about town ball that I like, is all of these people, they all have day jobs.
Yeah.
They're playing for the love of the game.
Right.
And that's it. The love of the game. I have a special place in my heart for the baseball. And to see these guys play and continue to play and sacrifice, leave work early sometimes, it's just really fun to see. It's pure baseball.
It is. And like we said, then Corey and Blake are off coaching tonight, and that's why they're not here as well.
Yeah, everyone's giving back in some way.
So Max Bunshoe will be our third man to bat in the leadoff spot tonight, and he takes ball 1.
So he is the brother of Ben Bunshoe. If you ask the Bunshoes, you are all Bunshoes.
That's right. That's how they refer to each other as Bunshu. They don't generally call each other by their first name. At least not when I'm around. 2-0 here to Max as he gets an at-bat. 3-0. Fortunately, none of the pitches have been close here if he wants to swing.
He looks like he's ready to swing. So we got two big guys coming up here.
That one he takes for a strike, 3-1.
You got Max, you got Evan on deck. These are two strong guys.
Not afraid to swing the bat either. That one's down in though. Max will work a leadoff walk.
He'll take that, but he wanted to put something in play.
Yeah, he wasn't up there for just a walk. He wanted to test that wall out there in left center.
Yeah. And Evan Crin is the same way. He's a smart batter. He will take the walk, but he wants to hit.
Evan generally gets hit by a pitch, walks or strikes out, and then occasionally hits the home run. There's not a whole lot of outcomes from
there
Evan.
we go.
And then I say that, and he's got a little blooper into center field for a base.
That's a little Texas leaguer there. So we got the first two runners on base.
Yeah, maybe we should get some more guys into the game here if they're in a.
Yeah, and we got number 6 coming up to the plate too.
So now Ben Tegelin will get in that bat.
Now batting number 6, Ben Tegelin.
I do have to say I like Ben's walk-up sonic. Is my favorite one on the team. So
Yeah.
I always like it when he's in the game. Gets me pretty pumped up.
And before Ben can at bat, Lake City's going to come out here and see if they're either going to make a move or if they're going to talk. Looks like they're going to make a move here.
Yeah, they matched our bottom half of the inning with 3 runs, pulled it closer, and now we got 2 guys on base with 0 outs. So let's see who they bring up here. Can't see the number.
Turns around verse 27. That is Zorn, that was formerly the DH.
Lake City is 5 guys standing around the mound or on a knee watching him warm up. Their outfield is gathered together. I think it looks like they're fighting maybe some bugs. I see a lot of glove swatting and hand moving there. Got to bring bug spray if you're out in the outfield.
Especially with, we got a lot of trees up behind the park here.
And without much of a breeze, this is, they really like to sit out there.
Yeah. It's nice to have the tree back line with the park, and some nights out here you'll see some deer running around in the left field corner.
I have not seen that, but I can imagine with the forest you have.
A little forest over here, and then over at the falls are not far behind us, behind center field as well. Just a couple blocks away. So pinch hitter Bunshu on second after a walk, and pinch hitter Corinne over at, he came in earlier, I guess, and played right field first, but he came in and he delivers a single in his first at bat.
Right.
Now Tegelin's going to bat for Flynn, see if he can keep things going. Nobody out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 8th. Hawks 8 and Serpents 5.
Here we go, Ben.
First baseman way in looking for a bunt. And Ben takes the pitch for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch here. That gets by the catcher, and there go. Max faked the go, and now Corinne's hung up in between first and second. And everybody's going to be safe as they waited too long to throw it over to first.
I don't. We've been talking about how well that guy's doing behind the plate tonight, but I'm not sure why he didn't get that ball over to first base.
Yeah, that was a mental mistake there. I think he hesitated when Bunshu took a couple steps off of second base, and that just gave Corinne just enough time to get back.
Yeah. Well, we're all human, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So 2-1 here. Yeah, Forbes has had a few mistakes here, but he does look like a really good young catcher for Lake City. So 2-1 count. Infield back in the middle. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike. So 2-2 to Ben.
Yeah, it seems like Jake Sandquist did bring a nice little crowd out here tonight.
Well, Jake is a popular guy. He's a pretty darn hard guy not to like. That one's down and away. So full count now to Taglin. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. See if the Hawks go straight up here or if they put a play on. That's fouled off. And we'll stay at 3-2. And the full count here. Now time called.
Tags wants to readjust the gloves and get ready. He's rutting back in, tapping the plate, swinging the bat. He's ready to roll.
And the pitch here is hit out to center. Center fielder pretended like he didn't know where it was, and it was right where he was standing pretty much. So we fly out to center for the first out to Taglin.
Yeah, I think he was looking for a little bit of a decoy to see if he could get Max to tag up and advance to third.
Kind of got me just for a split second there as I kind of was slow to call the play there, but one away here for the Hawks, and Cole Benson will step up. Cole 1 for 4 tonight. Ball 1. Rare strikeout last time up for Benson. So with one out here, Lake City playing back in the middle. And that's upstairs again, ball 2, 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
It's Cole kind of stares down the pitcher there. You fooled me on that one, is what he's saying.
And just inside, so 3-1 now to Benson. Runners on first and second. And, oh, they gave him a strike on that. It looked like he framed that one about 6 inches.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent with that, and that time the ump gave it to him.
So full count here to Benson. That's hit out to short.
It's a roller.
Yeah, that's good. Well, he's going to beat it out at first base. So Cole able to beat that at first for a fielder's choice.
Yeah, you don't really think of speed when you think of Cole Benson, but he hustled his way down there and beat that out. I think part of that, Evan made a nice play of sliding into second base, delaying the throw just a little bit, I think, which gave him the opportunity to get to first base.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a lot of that had to do with Kryn there, as we saw the replay. Second baseman, just a split second delay before he threw over, and looked like he didn't have his plant foot in there.
Yep.
On the
just
throw.
Little details like that can make all the difference.
So 1-0 count here to Ben with runners on first and third, 2 outs. And Zorn delivers a strike that time, 1-1.
So Zorn is, his pace is pretty quick too. Gets the sign and throws.
And runners going to second. Throw down and gets away.
No.
Bunchu's coming home, and he will trot in with the Hawks' 9th run of the game.
Cole looked like he was going to get up and try to go to third, so that's why you heard the nope out of me. It didn't quite go that far into the outfield. But he smartly got back and standing at second, proud and tall.
One hopper off the shortstop's glove there, and Benson in at second base. This one's hit sharply right past Cole. The shortstop Wolf's got it, and he'll throw over and get Bunchu.
I threw that one right on
6-3.
target. Right on target that time.
So the Hawks do get one more here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and we will go to the 9th inning. Hastings 9, Lake City 5. Hawks 1 run that inning on 1 hit. So Lake City will be down to their final 3 outs, and they will have the top of the order coming up. Dennis Reinhardt looks like he'll come back out for the 9th inning. And he will face Hawkins. See if Pavelka's still in the game, and then Miller.
We got Bunchy over at first.
Max over at first base. So it looks like Benson may be going to right field. That's one thing he's been working on, is trying to get some more positions under his belt that he can play, staying in the lineup, and also giving flexibility to the team to have some of the other guys playing. So we got Max over at first, Cole going out to right field. Also looks like we have Tegland in there still at second base.
Looks like Evan Kryn has moved over to the left.
So Hawkins will lead off the 9th inning here. Oh for 4 with 3 strikeouts so far tonight.
I think Denny was trying to get him to chase one a little high there.
Second pitch is hit hard, but very foul. Oh, may have caught the lights up there down the first baseline. So 1-1 here to Hawkins. Yep. And a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. And fouled back over our heads here, so Hawkins able to fight that one off from Reinhardt.
Denny's just staying ahead of him, but he's making contact this at bat.
And he got him with the Uncle Charlie there. 4th time going down on strikes tonight for Hawkins. 2 swinging and now 2 looking.
That's a tough night.
That is. That one was right there, strikeout. 1 out here in the 9th. Pavelka bat, and that's outside for ball. He batted in the 7th, saw 3 straight strikes from Jeske and sat down. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. It's 1-1. And another one on the outside corner for strike 2. A 1-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss as he struck out again, swinging over the top. And Lake City now down to their last out of the night.
Number 12, Logan Thomas.
Count 16 strikeouts for Lake City tonight. And there's strike 1.
Yeah.
Strike again.
Sandquist crew really like that pitch. They're up out of their seats there.
That one just got a piece of that one and fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Lake City still down to their last strike here tonight. And Denning's pitch here is a grounder out to second. Ben struggles with that one, and it's going to be safe over at first.
Yeah. Just got caught up in his glove there.
So we'll reach on the air. And Lake City is not done just yet. And Austin Bob will come to the plate. 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. So as I said earlier, 16 Ks tonight for Hastings pitching. That's up top for a ball.
Yep. Then he's looking in, getting ready.
That's down and gets by all the way to the backstop. Rolling. Jake will grab that one. The runner does move up to second base.
So now they got the runner in scoring position.
Yep. Hawks still up 9-5 here, looking for the last out of the game.
The elusive last out.
Toughest one of the game, right? For last one. That one's in their first strike. 1-1.
Again, looked like a wiffle ball.
That's hit out to center field. Biermeyer looks like he's underneath it. And he's got it. And the Hawks with another win. As Hastings defeats Lake City tonight 9-5 in a pretty well-played ball game.
Yeah, I think it was a real nice ball game.
Hawks 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. Lake City 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors.
Yeah, when the runs came, they came in bunches. Crooked number. Only one inning without a crooked number. So.
Yeah, Hawks jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first inning. Lake City answered with 1 in the 4th, and then 1 in the 6th to get it to 3-2. Hawks came back with 2 in the bottom of the inning, making it a 5-2 lead. Added 3 more to take an 8-2 lead. Lake City with 3 in the top of the 8th, 8-5. Hawks get 1 more in the bottom of the 8th and hold on 9-5 tonight. Hawks sweep the Serpents this year now and move to 2-1 in Class C CCBL play. And we'll see how the seedings fare out as they have yet to play Cannon. We'll be back here Sunday against Cannon Falls. And then we have Cannon later in the year, and we have 1 more game against Red Wing as well.
Yep, that game against Red Wing is going to be big, but we got to worry about Sunday.
Let's
start with Sunday.
Sweeping Lake City is a big deal. As we get going, ready to leave here, producer Hunter Penke, best in the business. Johnny wasn't downstairs tonight, so we had Jade Paulsa filling in with us tonight. And my name's Derek Simon. Cameraman Ian Andrzak, Ben Brannon, Jake Marvin, and Max Slocum. And again, best cameraman around. And the graphics were done by Hunter as well. HCTV viewers, thank you so much tonight. We had a great game. Hawks win 9-5. We'll be back again Sunday against Cannon Falls. Podcast listeners, if you want to hold on, we'll see if we can grab a player to talk with us in a moment. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
If you're going to travel, make sure you look it up beforehand. It's hiking.